Hey home bakers, it's Jack here, bakewithjack.co.uk, and sourdough starter jars can get a little bit gross at times. Here's how I keep mine in tip-top condition. Roll that theme tune. Hello to you and welcome back to the Bake with Jack YouTube channel, where we are here celebrating the Real Bread campaign Sourdough September with a month-long sourdough series. If you are new here and you enjoy this video, there are plenty more on the sourdough playlist after this one. Why not check them out? Now, we all know that I favour the sourdough scrapings method when I make my sourdough at home, and we spoke about it way back in the olden days in video 71. Basically what it means is that I keep the most minimum amount of starter possible in my fridge at all times. Just the scrapings clinging to the inside edge of the jar, and I feed it when I need it. The end. In my eyes, this is the most faff-free way of making sourdough at home, and it's the way I've been doing it forever. But you still get dried up bits and grossness in your jar over time, and after a long period of neglect, you are at risk of getting mold, just like any food. It's not invincible. So here are 3 simple things we can put into our process to prevent that from happening. By far the most simplest thing you can do to stop this from happening is to scrape down your jar properly each time you feed it, because it's those top edge pieces detached from the hole that dry up and stick and stay there untouched forever that start getting a little bit dodgy. The best thing you can do above all is to simply use it regularly. Every time you feed your diluting things, you're giving the natural yeasts and good bacteria the food that it needs to thrive and flourish, and the more that it does, the less is available for all the dodgy stuff that you don't want. Does that make sense? Bake with your starter regularly, once a week or once every couple of weeks should be enough. Sometimes even once a month, but theoretically, as you use and reuse your starter over and over, it will be getting stronger, healthier, more robust, and able to withstand neglect for a longer and longer time. Do you ever clean your pot? Is a question I get asked all the time, and the answer is yes. Yeah, of course I do. I'm not gross. But you have to do it tactically with some thought, because in the past I've washed up my pot, gone to make sourdough a couple of days later, and thought, where's my starter? So I do this when I'm feeding, getting ready to bake, and this is the least risky way I find to do it. First, I pour the required amount of water, 100 grams in this case for my recipe, into the pot and mix it around to pick up those scrapings from the edges. Then tip it out into a clean pot or jug or jar or whatever, and now you can safely clean out your starter pot with hot soapy water, rinse it well and dry it. Tip your natural yeast rich water back into your pot and feed it with flour, 100 grams for me, and now it's ready for tomorrow. You don't have to do this much starter, that's just what I use. If you normally do 100 grams, 50-50 water and flour, then do that. You could, if you wanted to, do this every single time, but it kind of defeats the simplicity of the scrapings method in the first place. I hope those 3 things help you look after your starter and keep it all nice for generations and generations to come. Isn't that a wonderful idea? Thank you so much for popping in for your weekly bread tip. If you are new here, hey, I hope you're enjoying Sourdough September. You can find my sourdough go-to recipe on the website. I'll link it up underneath with full details on the scrapings method if you've never heard it before in your life. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye. And there it is. Sourdough September is rounding off nicely, and we'll be going live at the end of the month for a sourdough chat. If you'd like to join us, keep your eyes peeled for details. See ya.